Hello my dear, here's Oля and my vlog about Ukraine. Today I'm vlogging from village because in spite of the fact it's September and it's 20 of September, it's super warm in Ukraine. It's crazy warm and I even didn't remember weather so cold, so hot, so warm like this year, because almost in this time we used to go in a very warm jackets, and today I'm on t-shirt and it's very hot here. So my video is not about village, sorry for this words. My video is about Mukacheve and I continue telling about my traveling in West Ukraine. So if you're interested, stay with me and listen to this movie. Mukacheve is very cute, very comfortable and very pretty city. It's a small city in Ukraine in Transcarpathian region. What is interesting, for a long time Mukacheve, as an Uzhhorod, a regional center of Transcarpathia, was under power of Hungary and it was part of Hungary. And because of this different culture, of course, you see different architecture, different people, different customs of people, and even some different language, but not so much different language, but a little. Mukacheve by itself surprised me so much because it's small but very comfortable city. You can see a lot of old buildings in the central streets, and by the way, central streets also is just for walking, so car don't go in there. And all these buildings are restored, so it looks very cute and very modern in spite of the fact it's very old. Also Mukacheve is very green city, very sunny, and you really feel they're very comfortable, and I like it so much. But the most interesting things in Mukacheve is not city by itself, of course, it's a castle. Mukacheve castle, it calls Zamok Palanok in Ukrainian. This castle is mostly 1000 years old. It's very old and have a lot of legend and a lot of stories about it. I spent 2 hours there. It's very much for me because I used to go to Ukrainian castles and they all are very similar to each other, and sometimes I just can spend half an hour or maybe 1 hour there. But even Mukacheve castle was very interesting for me. This castle is very famous because of its 2 owners. One of them was Ilona Zrini, but she was famous because of her beautiful things and a lot of good things she do for this castle and for this place where she was, where she has power of it. And the other one was Sofia Batory, and she was very bad person. She was she was a terrible person and very cruel, and she is famous because of her very bad behavior, if you can say this. So here is a lot of room of tortures where she polished walls by human's body and a lot of other stuff, so we can see it. It's open now for tourists and it's very interesting. Also, if you love to, if you want to find some ghosts and some spirits here, you also can feel this spirit here, and also can touch everything and see all of this stuff. I go without guide, so it took only 2 hours, but if you hire a guide, I bet you can spend even 4 and 5 hours in this castle because it's very big. What is interesting in this castle? You can see a lot of different rooms. You can enter everywhere and most of them are open. In different rooms of this castle there was different museums of antiquities, for example. Here, as you can see, a lot of very different stuff which used by old people who lived in this castle and who lived in this area. It's very interesting, but of course, to understand what means all of this, you need to hire a guide who can explain you and even show you how does it works. Also, here is Rakoti Museum, and he did a lot of very good job for Hungary and of course for Mukacheve, when Mukacheve was part of Hungary. And he also lived there, and you can see some furniture from his residence and some stuff from his residence, and it's very interesting, and it also impressed me so much. Also, there is museums of national stuff, national Ukrainian stuff, and there you can go. There's also 3 or 4 halls, different halls, and you can go touch everything and see how lived old people and what they did in their simple life, everyday life, and how they live in general. The most popular activity for Transcarpathian women in fall, in winter, when they don't have any stuff, any work in the field, they made clothes. They made clothes, and I felt they made materials, and they made clothes. And this this machine is for making a material for clothes, and in this museum also you can see all clothes that they have, and their instrument, their tools which they use in making clothes. I think it will be very interesting if you never see this in your village. Of course, from Mukacheve castle it was in very high mountain, and from this castle you can see very beautiful landscapes. You can see all the city, because castle is in suburb. It's very beautiful. It also impressed me, and maybe if you love to see the city from a high point, so Mukacheve castle gives you this opportunity. I bet you will love this. And of course, in dungeon of Mukacheve castle, you can buy a Transcarpathian wine. A Transcarpathian wine, and there is explanation in 3 languages, in Ukrainian, Russian, Hungarian and English, about every wine, and they write about it very interesting. So I just want to buy everything, because they describe every taste of this wine very beautiful. They have very great copywriter, I think. And wine is not expensive. I think it's even cheap. I can say it's cheap, very cheap wine, Transcarpathian, but probably very great. I of course will not try this year because I'm pregnant, but I think my wine will be very great after 2 years when I will try it, and after 2 years I can say you my impression of this Transcarpathian wine. I think it was all short my report about Mukacheve, the small very beautiful city. So in once time you will be somewhere in Transcarpathian region, you should go there and visit this castle, visit this city, and feel this very beautiful Hungarian spirit and very beautiful old spirit of all of this place. Thank you for watching this video. Of course, I'm waiting for your comments, guys. Bye.